This week on Hero Complex.
You sound like Stuart Lee doing an impression of anybody.
I am talking about the Japanese man, Italian plumber, Mario.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, one of the highest grossing actors of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is, but also, you know, he's in big ensemble films as well.
I'm not claiming all the credit. I mean, Jeremy Renner's got like a massive
Exactly.
Hawkeye and shit.
Yeah. I'm 100% sure I'm not bi, but if The Rock decides to fuck me, I don't know how I'm going to stop him. Hello and welcome back to your favourite podcast. In a podcast battle, we win all podcast battles. It's the Hero Complex. I'm joined this week, as always, by Adam Green.
Hello.
And this week, as an incredibly special guest, we have Mark Cram.
Hey everyone, nice to be here.
It's
great
Mark. To have you.
I am just the same energy as Patrick Brosnan.
If you want to be the same energy as Patrick Brosnan, you have to at some point make a joke about your wife who doesn't exist. No, just make up an elaborate story.
Don't tell them she doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
They don't know that.
Also, my wife doesn't exist, so that's good.
Well, on that, you and Pat are fully equal.
Yeah, Pat will talk about running a haunted house in April with his wife.
Yeah.
And how that's not going
that's the
well.
energy.
Oh, is Patrick one of those whimsical comedians?
He's not. And
Yeah, here we
bust
are.
that out.
Yes. Last week I said that I shot Donald Trump just because I knew that he would want to say that after. Just to take the wind out of his sails. Yes, unfortunately Patrick Brosnan is sick. It should have been four of us, but luckily we have the Mark Cram anyway.
The Cramster.
Otherwise, it would be Adam just battling himself.
and still losing.
Yeah, well, seeing as I'm judging.
I feel like I want to switch my hero to Patrick Brosnan.
I feel as though we should have done that in the...
Do you want that?
No.
Probably can.
No, I've done prep work on another person. I say prep work. You called me at 11 today, and I said, "Hey, you're free at 4:30." Clearly not the first choice to be here, but here we are.
No, actually you were.
That's
Yes,
depressing,
indeed.
isn't it?
Well, I mean, Patrick Brosnan was first choice, obviously, but you were close second because Pat only messaged us at around 11 this morning for a peek behind the curtain. I believe he's having some marital troubles.
The haunted house is not going well.
The sunny weather's a killer for the haunted house.
Unexpected rush on haunted house tickets in July. So he had to stay at home.
It's hard to get spooked when it's 24 degrees out.
It is, yes, with the sun high in the sky.
That sounds like a Morrissey lyric, man.
Yes. Mark, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? I don't know. I mean, Mark is an incredibly successful comedian. He's at the biggest clubs in this city/country. Top Secret, for example, is your kind of spiritual home, I guess. Is that the...
They give me a lot of work, but quite frankly, I'll work for anyone as long as there's a fee. I'm not picky. Like, I will work for anyone. Like if the EDL wanted to put me for a gig, I'd be down.
Well, you've got the haircut.
Yeah, true. That's all that, man. I also co-host a wrestling podcast called Wrestle Club. For those of you that want to listen to that, and if those you don't already do, hello.
There we go. Yeah,
The only podcast that we might struggle with in a battle.
the ones that can wrestle.
Yes.
To be fair, what have we got on our team? Twix. She's South London. She'll have you.
Yeah,
I know exactly. She's scary.
Kisa is will get you.
Yeah.
But then I think Danny we could take.
Oh,
Danny and Ibs. You can
Danny
have
and Ibs. Yeah.
Richard Wright could be a dangerous.
Richard Wright, well, the so-called nicest man in comedy, Richard Wright, is on your podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I reckon he throws a mean
That's
left
interesting.
and right
I
one
think
too.
Danny Scott is maybe one of the nicest guys. I mean, he's
They're
got...
both incredibly nice guys.
Oh,
Cheers,
George, you're an absolute
Thank
legend.
you.
George from Big Belly
this.
is a legend.
Thanks, George.
That's on the record now. He brought pints. Guys, for all of your podcasting needs, come to Big Belly Comedy Club because George is the man. Now, that's a plug.
Well, for
8 people are going to hear that.
Should probably say I also perform for Big Belly Comedy Club. We'll plug that while we're here. Yeah.
That's true. Yes, 100%.
I'm on there late,
You are, yeah.
which is no good for this podcast because this podcast is coming out in like September. So.
We're doing roast battle tomorrow as well. That's going to be irrelevant by the time it comes out.
Oh yeah,
So good.
very irrelevant. Yeah, you're hosting that. You're hosting the
Hosting
final
that. You
roast
guys
battle.
you're judging. You're in it.
I'm a judge.
You're not in it?
I'm not
Did they not pick you?
Hugh is
They
not
did
in it.
not.
That's
Pat's in
Yes.
it.
Patrick isn't.
Pat-
But if
Pat's
it's still
in it.
got a sore throat,
So the podcast is represented. At
So the
least.
podcast is well represented. You could say 2 out of 3 ain't bad unless you're the third. In which case, it's quite mean.
And even your guest is on it. I'm
No,
I'm
100%.
hosting it.
That's true. I think Barney's got a small part. It's fucking. I was in the final last year, so I'm getting worse at comedy. That's what's happening here.
That's
Thank
not
you.
how it works.
The
No,
Man
it's not
United
how it
of roast
works.
battle, just getting
Yes.
coasting on your past glories.
Slowly disintegrating. Manchester City has overtaken me. Pat's there now.
Patrick, the Manchester City.
Well,
of roast
because
battle.
we're very similar, but somehow very different also.
Hmm.
I was thinking that was the good comparison.
I think it was one or the other of you getting in, and then you battled each other, and
he
he
won.
beat you.
Yes.
So
That seems fair.
by using the joke, Hugh puts the IRA in irate people,
Which is both racist and inaccurate.
Which is the spirit of roast
Yes,
battle.
this is true. This is true. For anybody who
probably
hasn't
just
watched,
got us shadow banned on YouTube again.
yes,
Sorry,
the
Barney.
theory is the prevailing theory at the moment is we have no listeners because we are forever shadow banned, and that is very funny to me.
I'm starting to get the vibe that my voice would have been heard by more people if I'd gone outside and screamed on the street than guested on this podcast.
Well, I promise you this, Mark Cram, I will listen to this episode.
I probably won't. I mean, let's be honest.
I listen to all of the episodes.
I don't listen to my own podcast.
Chronicle. Yes, no, we have a similar problem on this podcast with people not listening to our own podcast.
I would like to sincerely thank and congratulate the three of you for being free white men with a podcast. It's a real
Yeah.
Thanks,
glass
mate.
ceiling you've broken
If
through.
you
That.
Well,
include-
we
if
thought
you
we'd
include
vary
Barney-
it.
Yeah.
If you include Barney, we're 4. And I think we should include George as well. We're a 5-some. We've got quite an extensive staff for a podcast that has yet to yield any results.
There's more people involved in the podcast than
I'm just saying, if you want to listen to a racially and gender diverse podcast, listen to the Wrestle Club podcast.
Whoa,
you've got
whoa.
one woman
Whoa.
like, out of 18
But she's the
people on it.
main one.
Yeah.
We've got a bisexual.
So have we.
Oh, this is the battle of the bisexuals.
Are our heroes bisexual today? I don't know.
Because that is another thing you do as well as you run a
I thought you were going to say big bisexual. That's another thing you do. Fuck men.
occasionally
Fuck
like half
man.
the time.
No.
I was going to say you run a Laugh Out Proud.
Yes, LGBT comedy brand Laugh Out Proud in theatres all over the UK and previously at the Backyard, but look, I can't say where yet, but we're moving to a new venue probably in London.
Oh,
you know when?
are you able
I know
to?
when.
Well,
Do
this
I know
isn't
when?
coming out till September. Can you tell us?
If I say, oh, it should be the. I can't. I won't say on tape, but I'll tell you after.
Fair play. Well, guys, look forward to that because that's coming out as a. It's probably already started. So, but keep an eye out.
Laugh Out Proud coming out soon.
Laughing
yeah.
out
That's
proud.
good, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
yeah.
Cheers.
Still
You're
not
welcome.
get a spot.
I've done
Can
it
I?
before.
That's true, you have.
Like,
Can I have a spot?
No.
You suck a dick?
How much does the spot pay? And it
That
doesn't
is the
have to be
payment. What are you
much.
talking about?
It does not have to be much. My pride is very dented from this roast battle thing.
I think I did Queer Comedy Club with you once, or Comedy
Yeah,
Queers.
we did.
whichever way.
Yeah, we
Comedy
did.
Queers, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were you on that?
I've been on that many times.
They
It's
have,
great
they
night.
have one straight person on each
It's
show.
like a token.
Yeah, I don't do that. All my acts are queer.
Yeah, no,
Or-
that's the right way to do
Or they
it.
tell me they are and I don't check. I don't know. Like-
Yeah.
It is hard to check in your defense.
Well, I can't really question people, can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause-
but there's vibes you can
Because
get off people.
I find that it's found to be uncouth to ask people how many people they've been with sexually, regardless of the gender you're kind of asking about.
That's dinner conversation in my family.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Hey,
Interesting.
Mum, what's your numbers?
How many dicks you had, Mum?
I 100% know my dad's, I reckon. I think he told me once it was over 100. I was like, shit. I've got a lot of catching up to do.
It's probably not over 100, though. You know your dad's probably full of shit.
have you met his
the man
dad?
fucked.
No, does his dad shag?
Yeah.
This guy fucks.
But certainly at the detriment of our family unit.
He puts the cock in Peacock.
Oh no, that's what you wanted to do for a spot.
That's how I got on the podcast.
Yes, I have quite a bit of power around here. As the one and only listener and host. I'm quite a fucking influential figure.
We've got listeners.
Yeah, we've got listeners. I'm only joking. This is a joke for the benefit of our 8 other listeners. So, guys, what we have in common is we all had the big session at Big Belly this weekend. Can we talk about that? We okay to talk about that? Because I think that's what's put Pat to bed for 3 days. Well, I did see him yesterday as well, to be fair.
He was at another leaving party yesterday as well. I saw him at that one.
Oh, yeah, and then he came to meet me after. I
was not at any of this.
Yes, you were.
Huh?
Yes, you were.
I was there on Friday, in a big way. Yeah.
You were running the bar. Oh no, he was running around the bar. That seems more unbelievable somehow.
I was secretly running.
Okay.
I was helping out.
Well, by the time this comes out in September, the dust will have settled.
Well, just giving the staff a bit of a hand, giving them a bit of time off. Could only do pints. I didn't know how to do mixes.
Even a 50-50 on that.
I'll tell you what, Adam has a good pour on him, actually. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It was all right.
It was all right. Yeah. So, that was a good party. We all got...
It was a good party. It was a bit excessive.
Fucked up in entirely legal ways.
Well...
that was the kind of party you're like, that was such a good time. Do I need to apologise to people / never speak to them again?
You know what? I think everyone genuinely had a lovely time. I don't think there was any conflict at all.
No, there was. John and Lucas.
Oh, that was joke conflict.
But it was very funny, though.
And that would have been the 2 weakest boys fighting each other.
I know. Impossible for either of them to get hurt.
Also, no one listening to this podcast has any idea who these 2 people are.
John and Lucas. Just imagine... teenage girls, but as men. So-called men. And
Teenage Mutant Ninja Girls.
At one point, John, in his trash talk, started twerking in front of Lucas. Killed me completely, and now I haven't stopped thinking about it since.
I don't feel he was twerking as like a sign of like how New Zealand used the haka.
Yes, it was very much in that regard.
It was to show how manly he was.
Yes, it was quite something to behold. So yeah, if you're watching, John, fair play. But obviously, it's just me, guys. Meat and potatoes of this podcast, as you know, is we pit 2 heroes against each other, and they. Battle. Do we know? Because Mark's obviously a guest, so I'm not sure. Do we know who? Do you know who he has?
We spoke.
Okay. It's just to make it a bit easier on Mark, because normally we don't tell the other person who you've got.
It's usually
and it's insane because
should we do another take where I say I don't know then?
No, it's fine.
Everyone
knows who's involved because it says it on the name of the episode.
Yeah. Oh no, the listener is very much in on the but it's just us being,
us being surprised and hence underprepared.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So Adam, why don't you introduce your hero first so Mark understands what we're kind of doing? Well, we do kind of a stupid intro.
Yeah.
That's usually
Is this supposed to be stupid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is news to me. Well, this episode I picked a man. He's just a man, but he can power up, particularly when he eats his mushrooms or eats fire flowers.
Yep.
Or sometimes he dresses as a little cat and flies about. I am talking about the Japanese man, Italian plumber, Mario. Or Super Mario, as he's also known. Do you know his surname's Mario as well?
Oh, I did not know that.
Luigi's called Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario.
That's a much better name than Mario.
Kick in the balls, that is.
That's how the 1994 film explained how it was the Super Mario Brothers.
So Mario is very much like Neville.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
do you know that Gary Neville and Phil Neville's dad's called Neville?
I did know that, and it's very funny. Yes, it's yes, that's top quality work from his granddad.
Yeah. Well, his
his dad.
Gary Neville's granddad.
Yes.
And Phil.
And Phil's.
It's funny enough.
Isn't there a netball playing sister as well?
Tracy Neville.
Yeah,
I think she was so she played netball for England, obviously a while ago now, and then was the netball coach for
That's right. Yeah.
England or Britain. I don't know if she still is.
What an accomplished family they are.
Yeah,
Incredible.
and Phil could have also played cricket.
I think Gary was decent, but Phil was really good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, at cricket. All right, okay.
I feel like we've wandered off the Mario bit.
We have.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
but no,
you
that's
get
very
used to
much,
that.
very much of the nature of the podcast, Mark. Don't you worry about that. The less we can talk about the actual battle,
I
the
would
better.
be
as
I
usual.
wouldn't be surprised if we don't mention Super Mario ever again.
That's kind of the vibe here. Okay, Mark,
Well,
are you ready to give your intro?
I toyed with a few different
Yeah.
ones here because much like yourself, I'm a chess fan, much
Yes.
like you. So I
Yes.
toyed with the idea of picking Magnus Carlsen or
Oh, I like that.
Kasparov or someone from the past or something like that. Would have been a great one. As an English graduate, I thought about going intellectual, picking a Shakespeare, picking a Bukowski, picking a poet like Byron or Frost. I've gone with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
Good call.
10-time WWE champion, 5-time Intercontinental champion, 5-time tag team champion, 3-time Intercontinental champion, 3-time Teen Choice Award winner,
Nice.
and 5 billion grossed worldwide at the box office. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
5 billion worldwide.
5 billion worldwide he's done now.
That's a lot.
Yeah. One of the highest grossing actors of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is, but also, he's in big ensemble films as well.
I'm
so
not claiming all the credit. I mean, Jeremy Renner's got a massive
yeah.
Hawkeye and shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's managed to do it without being in any Avengers films.
But he was in The Fast and the Furious.
He was, yes.
Yeah,
And-
that's a good point.
Other films. I'm
I'm assuming he was in other films. Barney, can you check that?
He was also in
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Jumanji again.
Yeah, Black Adam.
Black Adam
Oh, yeah,
again.
which is DC, yeah. So the whole point of, without being in a Marvel movie, he's done the opposite, actually. He's done that other thing.
Also, for a second, I thought you were saying Blackadder, and I was I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. No, it's,
Also, I would
imagine
watch the shit out of that.
Action reboot of Black Adam. with The
Blackadder
Rock.
goes wrestling.
The Rock has a cunning player.
Can tell because he's raised an eyebrow.
Who plays Baldrick in the Rock's Blackadder?
Diesel.
Vin Diesel as Baldrick.
Although they don't get on, do they? So probably not.
I don't think Rowan Atkinson and Tony Robinson get on either.
Do they not?
That's interesting.
I just feel like because Rowan Atkinson seems to have turned into a bit of a dick, so I think that's.
Has he turned?
Whereas
into a
Tony
dick?
Robinson seems pretty chill, doesn't
Oh,
he?
no. You see, it seems like you've almost listened to this podcast before because throwing unwarranted accusations around, that's a huge part of it.
Oh, it was the whole part of this. Oh, you can't say anything in comedy more. Brigade.
yeah.
And we're here on this podcast proving that's palpably not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm calling
we
Rowan
outed-
Atkinson a dick.
We outed a file on this podcast a couple of weeks
Which
ago.
one?
Well, I think
no, here we
Barney's
go again.
had to blank it all out. So it's
Here we go again.
not
We
obvious.
outed a alleged file.
Would you like to wildly speculate on who we think might be paid?
Yes, yes, I would. Yes, I would.
No, well,
okay,
I reckon
Which-
Barney.
well, that's why he wants to beep out all the names. It's suspicious. I've always said that.
Whenever you hear a beep on this podcast when we're concealing someone's identity, it's Barney every time. Right?
Barney,
Yeah.
Barney, the incredibly successful national treasure file.
Many people call him the Jimmy Savile of his generation.
Hey, gotta have your hobbies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was the Only Fools and Horses one.
Well, which one? Oh yeah, that's right.
Not Buster Merrifield.
No. No, he's well,
So back to the podcast.
Blackadder. The
Blackadder.
So Tony Robinson and
Do you not
Rowan
think?
Atkinson.
Do you not think Kevin Hart would play his Baldrick?
Oh, that's a good shout, actually.
Yeah, well,
Kevin Hart would be the Baldrick.
Well, that's
That'd be
absolutely
great.
rude.
I think Vin Diesel would be like the Prince Regent.
Barney. You hear me right in your ear there, Barney? You goddamn scumbag. Okay, well, that leads me nicely into my first question, Barney. Is whose sidekick, Luigi or Kevin Hart, is better?
Luigi's
Barney.
taller.
Luigi is taller, yeah. So Kevin Hart's a good sidekick, but he probably doesn't want to be a sidekick, whereas Luigi actually knows he's a sidekick.
Do you think Kevin Hart considers himself the Rock sidekick?
I think Kevin Hart probably thinks he's got The Rock as a sidekick.
The Rock's like his muscle. Like if you ever walk around, you think Kevin Hart would stand in the front and the Rock would stand menacingly behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's the mouth
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, but also The Rock.
The Rock can
got a
talk.
load of mouth, so he really
I
doesn't
imagine
need.
that Luigi's not happy being a psychic because they're brothers, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that to be like growing up as a younger brother. I don't know what you guys are like in your family in terms of where you sit in siblings.
Only child, so.
Oldest.
I was always Luigi because my
Yeah.
brother was always Mario. So I've got more of an affinity with Luigi than I've got with Mario.
Interesting.
And you know, Luigi's taller than Mario. He's not called Mario, so he's got his own name. He's got a
Yeah.
successful ghost hunting business, as I recall.
On the side,
Well,
yeah.
well, they're also very successful characters.
Yeah, and various other sports.
Yes, they have
Incredible
they have-
athletes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. Who's more athletic, The Rock or?
No, that's not the question. no, I asked the question outright.
Actually, like, if it comes to athletic sidekick, wasn't Kevin Hart in, like, the first All Black swimming team?
Kevin Hart beat Usain Bolt in a race.
Is that when he blew out his legs and then needs to be in a wheelchair?
No, it's when he basically started running before Usain Bolt and just kept running and beat him.
Yeah, that feels like cheating, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think Kevin Hart's an athlete.
Like, he's very jacked. He's very jacked. But again, he has the same kind of jack that The Rock has. Heavily steroid-induced jackness.
Yeah.
Which is also the kind of it's like if they ate mushrooms. You know, the Mario-style mushrooms.
How
They
do you
make them
sit here
very
and
big.
criticise them for using steroids when you've got him taking fucking every mushrooms, flowers, leaves, whatever the fuck it is,
That's true. Whatever
Oh,
you
yeah,
find
leaf.
around the place.
magical stars?
Being friends with a dinosaur. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no,
The
That's
Rock's,
kind of like juicing.
the Rock's not friends with dinosaurs. He battles dinosaurs in some films.
I'm absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'm
does he?
absolutely not.
Which ones?
I'm not
Jumanji.
saying I have no problem at all with The Rock using steroids, except the fact that he's like, "Oh, here I am in my iron paradise. Guys, wake up and motivate yourselves." No, stick a fucking needle in your arse, and you'll be the size of a house. In your 50s, you will somehow be handsomer than you were in your 30s. No,
He rocks a bald head as well.
He does. He's got a sensational head
He's got a great head.
for sure.
Great head, The Rock.
Yeah, no, I'm with
Sure,
you.
you're not bi.
I'm 100% sure I'm not bi, but if The Rock decides to fuck me, I don't know how I'm going to stop him. I'm going to need some help.
Whereas you think you could resist Mario. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, well, Mario's.
Mario never would try.
Yeah.
It's the difference.
Mario's an Italian plumber. He's probably a desperate homophobe.
I feel like The Rock's so powerful. He could fuck Princess Peach in front of Mario, make him an absolute cuck.
Yeah.
He could
Make
cut the
Mario
shit out of
watch.
Mario. The Rock could cut the shit out of Mario.
It's basically what
no.
Bowser tried, wasn't it?
Well, no, because it was Wario who used to steal the princess, wasn't it?
No, Bowser steals the princess. Wario
Oh,
tries to steal coins. Or I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Mario's just his own kind of energy.
So, like,
Aha.
by the way, my low-key least favourite character in all of video games is Waluigi. It doesn't even make
I
sense.
know.
It's
I
Wario
know.
and Waluigi.
Yeah.
It's
It could be
another-
Luigi.
Yeah, it could be Luigi. It could be anything. It could be anything. But no, Waluigi.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
I
And
agree there.
Yeah, like I will say that in Mario Kart, Waluigi is much better than a Wario because Wario is too heavy.
Yeah, we know about that on this podcast.
Yes, this is a very
I feel slim on this podcast.
Yeah, no, you're doing well.
good slim on this podcast. You're actually terrible for the perspective of the audience because
People are going to see how big the room is. You sat in it.
I'm just further away. That's
we really like it's like old school filmmaking of really full frame.
So have we decided who's the better psychic? Is that how do we have to
No,
do
we
we
have
actually
not
score
really.
this?
No, there's not really much scoring involved.
right,
It's
cool.
kind of a vibe thing.
Yeah, it's mainly vibes. And
I
then,
feel like neither one of them would be happy about being a psychic.
Yeah.
no,
mine.
but I think
Luigi's
more
probably
accepting.
more happy with it because if you're the younger brother and your older brother is Mario, they've chosen their favorite.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think Luigi was an accident.
oh, that's a great
Yeah.
question.
Because they've used to your point, they've used the name Mario.
Yeah.
They've committed to that.
They've went for it, and also like he followed in his brother's footsteps in the plumbing game.
Yeah.
So I think that he has kind of accepted his position as sidekick. Whereas Kevin Hart, like you say, and The Rock didn't have a tag team partner in wrestling.
Well, he did. He's a 5-time tag team champion.
Oh, that's-
with the likes of The Undertaker. He also held the tag team titles with Mick Foley or Mankind on numerous
Oh, well,
occasions.
that's actually much
The
cooler,
Rock and
isn't it?
Sock connection.
The Rock and Sock.
See,
Well, I was wrong on that. Big time wrong. Because of
Don't
my
come at me with the wrestling knowledge. I will.
No, I
but that's what you're here for. Yeah. Have we had I don't think we've had a wrestler before.
we've never had a wrestler.
Well, because all the other like well-known wrestlers are problematic.
Really?
Well, Hulk Hogan's a racist.
Is he?
Yeah.
But he's got the skin of a hot dog.
Does that make you not racist? Donald Trump's also got the skin of a hot dog.
That's true.
I think that look makes you racist.
Yeah.
Hulk, you see Hulk Hogan was on, he ripped off,
Yeah.
did like a Trumpomania.
God, I love
thing.
that guy.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. Hugh loves Trump. He thinks he's great.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
He pulls in big figures, to be fair, doesn't he, Trump? Right.
Ratings.
Okay, let's all pretend that Barack Obama, because he can sink some fucking three pointers, but he bombs the shit out of Yemen, is somehow better than Donald Trump, who doesn't start any wars. Cool, guys, don't worry. I'm just a pacifist. Is my entire political belief.
Donald Trump couldn't even make a layup.
I bet Donald Trump could.
I bet he can't. I bet he can't jump.
I do the best layups. Like everyone says, wow, what a layup. That's-
Well, okay. Okay, guys, let's all vote for Biden again. Anyway,
That's not an option anymore. Have you not been following the news?
I have. But he's pulled out to just throw Kamala Harris under the bus. It's like, oh, why don't you carry the bag for my 4 years of funding Israel? Anyway.
We're on to Israel.
Can't stop it.
Yes, I can't stop. I will bring it up every episode. You mark my fucking words, Netanyahu.
Can I just say how much I'm enjoying this light-hearted chat about Mario versus the Rock?
Yeah. That's-
Okay, fine.
we keep getting flagged for shocking material.
We've outed, we've called outed racists.
Yep.
Called out Israel's funding. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We're talking
Yes,
about
indeed.
Super Mario. Yeah.
Does anybody... Okay. Very simple, standard question for the Hero Complex podcast. Who will have the longer lasting legacy, The Rock or Mario?
Well,
Tough.
because I will concede, because Mario is essentially ageless. He can, Mario games will still keep getting made as long as computer games make. Whereas The Rock will assumedly die.
Yeah.
I don't think he's immortal.
He does seem to be aging backwards.
If any human being alive today is immortal, it's probably him.
Yeah, he looks pretty fit. He'll be around for a while. I don't think he'll keep making action films into his... Well, maybe he will. Like
Schwarzenegger kept
Stallone,
making,
yeah. I think they do. So he probably
And he looks
will.
better than they did at that age.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so maybe he will be around for a good
Maybe.
old while. I mean,
What else is he gonna do? It's not like, because he'll still be 6.5 feet tall. So whatever movie he goes into, even if he's like an aging action star, it's not like he can just suddenly be like small and demure.
Do you think he starts making really artsy films and goes after that Oscar?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. No, he plays like a special needs person. Actually, I can really believe him in that role.
One of my favorite things ever is like, when Tim Burton did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
His three choices for that role. If Johnny Depp didn't take it, he wanted Bill Murray, and if Bill Murray didn't take it, he wanted The Rock. Those are three very different movies, and I want to see all of them.
God.
I definitely want to see the... I mean, I can imagine the Bill Murray one. It'd just basically be Scrooged, but different. But like the Rock...
The Willy
playing-
Wonka Rock would have been incredible.
See, we think that Tim Burton is just a huge piss taker. Because when he makes a movie, he knows Johnny Depp is going to be in it. He's like,
Yeah, basically,
now.
he's going to have Johnny Depp and he's going to have Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah,
and basically he can throw any other name out there.
exactly.
Although-
I was going to have, I don't know, I can't think of any women's names.
Oh, you'll do really well with our listenership. It's all
Don't
men.
worry.
So,
Sydney Sweeney.
Malala Yousaf, that's a woman.
yeah.
Shit, that is a woman.
She'd be great in Willy Wonka.
Although, does he still hire Helena Bonham Carter now? Because she and him got divorced.
I don't know, do they work together? Like, because coming back to The Rock's ex-wife is still his career manager. In fact, he didn't make her his career manager until they got divorced.
Yes.
I can see that being a thing, I guess.
He's just
that
a
you do.
nice bloke.
Is
Do we think
he?
he's a nice bloke?
I think he's nicer than most people in his position.
Yeah, probably.
Like
Okay,
most people who are that rich and that powerful and that look like that, I don't imagine are as nice as he is. He's the voice of a beloved Disney character.
That's true.
Yeah.
I do love Moana. I do absolutely love Moana.
He's a little rap in that song that people like,
He
doesn't
does.
he?
My,
Yes.
my little, is he a nephew? He's Hannah, my girlfriend's nephew. He's just my little mate.
Just a guy you know.
Yeah, imagine describing it like some guy I know really likes that movie.
Yeah, he's like 2 and a bit. We hang out sometimes.
What was the question?
Who's going to have the longest legacy?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it'll be Mario.
it should be Mario, but The Rock's going to be all right.
I mean, the Mario's
think.
been around since what? The first Mario goes like 87.
Yeah, it has to be
Donkey Kong
earlier.
Jumpman at 87.
Oh yeah, no, the Donkey Kong one was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
83.
Is it really that long?
82.
So yeah, so we're into like 40.
Barney's typing away frantically.
So we're about 40 years of Mario, and we're only and the Rock is older, but he's not been famous for.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Been around a
The Rock
while.
debuted in 1996, and
But yeah,
Oh yeah, I was thinking famous from the late 90s. I would have
yeah,
thought.
96 he turns up in WWE.
Yes.
He doesn't get world famous.
Well, I
until,
guess
like, the 2000s.
WWF at that time.
It was WWF at that time. Yes,
his first
I would've
acting
thought.
role was the Scorpion King, wasn't it?
it was. It didn't have any lines.
I tell you what movie I really enjoyed was Be Cool, where he played the kind of gay bodyguard. That was fun.
I've never seen that. That's Travolta, right?
Yeah, Travolta and Vince Vaughn and The Rock as the gay bodyguard. It's fun.
It's ironic when you cast someone in the John Travolta film as a gay man when they're
Yeah,
not.
I know. And John Travolta is somehow the hard case in it. The Rock is prancing around in a fucking pink cowboy hat. It's quite something.
A lot of the early Rock filmography is quite gay. Like The Tooth Fairy's pretty gay.
Oh yeah.
In that film where he plays a football player who finds out he has a daughter, he has a dancing ballet in that as well.
Yeah.
The Rock was not afraid to express his feminine side.
The man is not a toxic masculine
He is
role
not.
model.
No. I don't think Mario is either. So like, I don't think you can throw that.
Well,
out.
Mario is hugely
Mario's
toxic.
classic male savior.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this woman's in trouble. I must go save her. No, collect a group of people, like run it from the
He
correct
does.
authorities.
He
Mario.
gets his brother, his evil entity version. And,
What sort of friendship group is that as well?
Yeah.
He's friends with his brother and a mushroom.
yeah. And a dinosaur.
I found that mushrooms is a huge, especially if you're like, that's a huge help if you're going to fantasize that you've got an alter ego that's menacing.
Are we accepting that Mario's life as he perceives it is reality? Like that's real to him.
Yeah, I think we got to really.
So he's not in some
otherwise-
sort of horrible drugs trip.
He is half
I don't
Japanese.
think Mario is Japanese in canon.
But he's not in canon.
but
no,
he's
but
from
he's-
Brooklyn. Japan.
He's Italian American
Yeah.
because he speaks with a weird accent.
It's a me, a Mario, that kind of thing.
But have you heard about It's a Me Mario is Super Mario in Japanese?
Yeah, he's not saying
He's not saying it's a me. He's saying
it's a
like
me.
Itsumi, which is Japanese for super.
Oh
That's
my
worked out
god.
very nicely for them.
Really?
Because that saved them the price of a voice actor in English.
Yeah, my ex-partner
It
speaks
is in
Japanese,
English.
and she told me that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Well, your ex-partner was a Japanese teacher.
She speaks Japanese. She actually did teach. Actually, she taught English in Japan, but
Holy shit.
so, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Oh, I've got a
feel
lot of
like
interesting
you're
exes.
getting hung up on the wrong piece of information.
I've got a lot of interesting exes. One of them won an Olivier Award.
Oh, is that the one you were telling me about?
You've made that sound so sinister now.
What the fuck happened here? Adam just turned into fucking Richard fucking.
I've told you that she wrote a musical and won an Olivier Award.
Yeah.
That's all we've discussed.
Yeah,
But you made it sound like I've dropped some horribly toxic information into it.
That's
Oh, is that the
literally
one
what you
who's
told me.
is that the one whose pictures you sent me?
I think it's like because your girlfriend's like way like quite successful as well. Isn't she was on the Traitors and won.
Yeah, don't think that
She was
doesn't
also-
get brought up most episodes.
She was also on the Hero Complex podcast.
Yeah.
It hasn't helped at all.
She is
The Traitors audience isn't the same, is it?
There's not a lot of crossover with, because she does Ghost Hunts, her podcast. Not a lot of crossover with the kind of people who listen to that.
What a Luigi
and then
hunts
the
ghosts.
incels that listen to this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, like,
Brother, I'm the only listener. Can you not call me an insult? Right to my face. 'Cause I will you. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Okay, is that not funny? Like, incel is the only insult you can your way out of.
this is a very different vibe to the podcasts I usually record.
Yeah, we're sorry.
I'm enjoying it immensely.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm not like this in real life either.
So in summary, yes, we feel like Mario will have the better legacy.
Barry will probably have slightly better legacy.
Okay, so
But I'm learning though. Like it's a me Mario.
That's actually a huge piece of information. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
When was the first Mario game, Barney?
1981. The Donkey Kong.
1981. So we're in 43 years of Mario.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Mario by a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, yeah, fair play. And unless The Rock starts getting into more better movies, or he could win the SummerSlam in 2046.
Rumor is that he will be wrestling at WrestleMania next year. So
Yeah. Is that exciting?
against Roman Reigns,
His son?
his cousin,
Whatever.
another member of the Anoa'i family.
Who's Roman Reigns?
He's another member of the Anoa'i family.
Right. Okay.
He was champion for a very long time.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he older than him?
He is younger than The Rock.
Who's the current champion?
The current champion is Cody Rhodes, who's the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the brother of Gold Dust, if you remember Gold Dust.
I don't.
No, I don't watch wrestling.
I used to when I was a kid, which I think is the appropriate time to watch it.
Look, I'm just saying, I devote a lot of my life and time to something primarily enjoyed by at best teenagers.
Yes.
It's like a soap opera for like teenage boys, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Although Vince McMahon has recently shit on his receptionist's chest, which kind of makes it more adult.
He's no longer involved in the company.
Is he not?
No, because the people that own UFC Endeavor bought WWE.
Oh.
And they own that. And The Rock's on the board now.
See,
Yeah.
this is like. Have you ever watched The Rock's show Billions? Not
Yeah.
Billionaire. No,
Ballers.
like
No,
Ballers.
it's Ballers, yeah.
But no,
Ballers.
I haven't seen it other than the clip of him singing Shake It Off that everyone's seen.
I have seen that.
I've watched quite a bit of it, but essentially it's him. It's like an American football version of The Rock, eventually going onto the board of like an American football franchise.
Well,
so he's sort of done that in real life.
He played sort of professional football. He played in Canada for a bit.
Did he? Does that count as professional?
He got paid money.
I thought he just played in college. I didn't know he played.
He played in college for the Carolina Hurricanes, and then he moved to not Carolina Hurricanes, something Florida Hurricanes, and then moved to a bit of Canadian football. Then got cut, and then he decided to be a wrestler because his dad was a wrestler.
Yeah, fair play.
Makes sense. Got into the family business.
Cheers, Adam.
Look like Mario did when he followed his father into the plumbing business.
His father, Mario Senior.
Yeah, I think he might be called Mario Senior.
I think he's probably called Senor Mario Senior.
I don't think you know what Italian is,
That was definitely Spanish.
Whatever. It's something.
but Signore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still Signore.
Aha!
But the accent,
Thank you
the
very
accent
much.
was
The
definitely
accent was
Spanish.
off.
Right, fine.
The accent was Mexican, I think.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
is
You know, he can be Japanese, he can be Italian. He's certainly not Mexican.
Okay, I'll try the Japanese accent. Hold on.
Don't do the eyes.
Anyway, it's a me, Mario. No, that's actual Japanese. I did it. And we're all alive still. Okay,
What's the next question?
the next question. Who would you rather have a pint with, Mario or The Rock?
Oh, The Rock, hands down.
You would have
Yeah.
thought.
Does he drink?
He owns a
He
tequila
owns a
company.
tequila company.
But does he drink?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He drinks tequila at least.
Oh, it's people who only drink tequila are quite intense.
I don't think he only drinks tequila. And also, like, he's mates with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he drinks beer.
shit,
He'll bring on beer as money. Think of the lads that The Rock could bring to beers. All the wrestlers. He could bring Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart would be a bit much.
Yeah, but if you can wrangle your way into that tour support only one time, and then you don't, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
It makes
Get him
fun.
drunk, get him to agree to it.
We're having a drink. That's how he sounds, isn't it? I don't know. I've never met him.
You sound like Stuart Lee doing an impression of anybody.
That's honestly better than that deserved.
Someone told me I looked like Stuart Lee who'd let himself go the other day. Which
Oh no.
That's funny because he has a whole routine about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a
then he
very
doesn't-
clever put down.
So in turn, you look like all the people that Stuart Lee looks like who have let themselves go.
Yeah.
Like if
There's
Morrissey
layers
let
to
himself
this.
go, then let himself go again.
Double Morrissey.
Yeah. Yeah. I look like Morrissey twice let go.
What would a pint with Mario be like?
A pint with Mario, I reckon it'd be Peroni.
Because he's Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
For the listeners.
You question whether The Rock drinks, but you don't question whether Super Mario is a drinker.
Super Mario looks like a drinker to me, and he's a plumber.
Super Mario's going around. Look, he's munching mushrooms. He's munching like plants that he finds that are on fire.
Yeah.
He's like taking leaves that turn him into a little cat. Meow.
Yeah.
Like the guy's
Oh,
doing.
that was bad.
The guy's doing
If we're gonna
drugs.
cut my racist stuff, we should definitely cut that me out.
And I clipped them out and put it out onto the socials.
Yeah, it's going to be nothing but meow. Just replace all the words with that meow.
Anytime we say something slanderous,
Just
meow it.
meow.
Yeah, okay.
Meow, meow.
We need a soundboard, Barney, and that meow needs to be better.
Yeah, I reckon Mario goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Mario goes hard. I reckon The
Yeah.
Rock goes hard too. I reckon they both.
I wonder though, because
I reckon The Rock's still up at 5 in the gym is the thing. Like, so he'd go hard for like an hour.
But I
and,
don't know
at
that he's-
9:30.
I reckon he's a day drinker.
I don't think that he's a go hard in the gym guy. He's a shot in the ass of steroids guy anyway. So he's
Now, should I be doing steroids? Because like you make
think
them sound
You
so
have to
easy.
exercise.
Right.
All it
So
does is like stop your muscles from getting
no,
tired.
you don't have
doesn't
to
it?
do much exercise.
Do you not?
Because
it
it's
ups your
fucking
metabolism,
It's
doesn't
huge amounts of testosterone, which ups your metabolism.
Yeah.
So that's why your balls shrink, is because your balls don't have to produce testosterone anymore.
I thought that was
So
the
if
cold
you-
weather.
If you cycle, no, that's your penis.
Yeah.
Does it make you go bald though as well?
No.
That'd be my
I'm
main
ahead of the
concern.
game. Man. You've got a good head. You've both got a good
You can,
head.
you can lose hair on it, but the guys I know who've taken it haven't had any problems with that.
Yeah, maybe I should start doing steroids.
I don't think.
Yeah,
Also,
here's my
it leads
medical
to weight
opinion.
gain.
Here's my medical opinion. Probably not.
So I took steroids when I had an infection
Yeah.
in my ear, and I gained like a stone in like 2 weeks.
Really?
Well, yeah, your body stops breaking the metabolism. Does something to your metabolism.
I thought it made the metabolism quicker.
It depends. If you're taking steroids which shrink your balls, you will sometimes on steroids gain water weight, but you will not gain fat. So,
Well, I'm full of water weight anyway.
well, you're full of cider weight.
Adam's body is 70% cider.
Yeah. They've run out of cider at the bar.
No way.
Yeah, no, it's
That's, that does feel like possibly our fault. We as a podcast.
What relevant information to our listeners. Hey guys, back in July, a bar ran out of cider.
Guys, if you're looking for cider and you're in the past, my recommendation to you would be anywhere.
Of the Mario characters, which ones do you think go hard in the drinking? Do you think Yoshi?
Toad.
Toad.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to walk around being a mushroom, I'd probably,
you'd get on it, right?
like, why is he a mushroom?
There's
Great question.
Isn't it a hat?
Is it a hat?
It's a hat. I swear it's a hat.
I
Is
thought
it
it was a
hat?
dinosaur
I thought,
type thing.
no, that's Yoshi. Yoshi's the dinosaur.
Oh, yes.
Toad is.
the mushroom.
Oh, yeah, the
Is
little,
that a hat?
the little guy. with the hat.
Is that
Yeah,
not
yeah.
his head?
Definitely a hat.
I thought it
No.
was his little
Definitely a hat. Barney's got access to all the information the world's
Yeah.
ever collected.
head. Like how
I've
the
never
internet
even
is
thought
like
this
novel.
could
Oh,
be
yes,
a
that's
hat.
another way to call it the internet.
So is it like a religious thing if he wears
Yes,
that hat?
yes.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
it's
he's
a
like half
mushroom
Russian.
Famous religion Russia.
No, they've got the big the
Cossack hats, yeah.
Okay, so it is a hat, but he's still a mushroom.
Well, that just raises one more question.
What's under the hat?
But he's still like a smaller mushroom underneath.
Like a Russian.
Like a
doll.
babushka, yeah.
Oh, we're back. We're back, baby.
What the fuck, bro?
That's fun.
That's thrown my entire world perspective out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If The Rock was in Mario Kart, would he be a good character or a bad character to drive as?
He'd be terrible. He's far too
Very heavy.
You'd have
Yep.
the same issue as Wario. wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's too chunky.
But in
Like, he's not
terms-
going to take the corners very well.
Be good
Yeah.
in battle mode though.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. But Wario, you can win with Wario because he is so like strong in it. I mean, would The Rock also? I mean,
Yeah, I think he's quicker than Wario
yeah,
because he's lean.
yeah.
He's muscular, but he's lean.
He's
He
got
is
the
lean.
same sort of body composition as Donkey Kong, really, isn't he?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Also,
No,
he has the instincts of a winner. He's a 10-time world champion. in a sport
And
that
that's-
is not
and
predetermined.
That's just in the singles division because he's also a 5-time tag team champion.
And 3-time Intercontinental Champion and 3-time Teen Choice Award winner.
What is the difference between world champion and intercontinental champion?
So the Intercontinental Champion was originally founded to unite the champions of North America and South America. So Intercontinental Champion represents North America and South America.
But the world does not.
The world encompasses that and the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But there was also a European champion for a while as well.
Is there?
There was. There isn't anymore.
No?
No.
Do we wrestle here still?
Do we wrestle in the UK? Yes, there's some very big companies in the UK. You've got Progress Wrestling, you've got Revolution Pro Wrestling, you've got Eve Pro Wrestling, which is an all-female pro wrestling company.
Were you, did you host?
I hosted for a company called Purpose Wrestling based out of Wimbledon,
Yeah?
and I commentated for a company called Catch 22 Wrestling based out of Wales and Wolverhampton.
All right. See? So they do exist.
Yeah, but listen, I didn't doubt it because you go along to it quite a bit, don't you?
I do. I get free tickets for most things.
Class.
Quite handy.
Yeah.
What, because you've got a wrestling podcast?
Yeah, and Jerry.
And Jerry.
Yeah.
Because you know Jerry Bakewell.
I know Jerry
You know Jerry Bakewell?
I don't even know who Jerry Bakewell is.
No?
If you've on Britain's Got Talent,
Yeah.
if you want to look up that clip.
He's a friend of ours.
Cool.
More a friend of Mark's. But I wouldn't quantify it like that. But that's what he'd probably say. But,
Yeah. He's just.
No, he's a Mexican wrestler
From Yorkshire.
Oh, that's quite cool.
from Yorkshire.
That's quite cool.
He's Yorkshire's least successful Mexican wrestler. That's his tagline.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah.
He's a comedian and a wrestler.
How do I? What?
How do you not know Jerry Bakewell?
We never really got an answer on who would be better to drink with.
I would say The Rock.
We probably said The Rock,
we're
but
taking
only
The Rock.
just. Only because Mario will get off his tits on every kind of drug that he could get.
And also, we just people be there drunk going, take your hat off, Toad. We want to see what's under the hat,
Show
Toad.
us your tinier mushroom, which also sounds a bit sexually aggressive. Oh God! Oh, I just got a flashback of Friday night. I'm shouting over the bar at me.
What was I shouting at you?
Show me your little mushroom. Anyway,
Why was I shouting that?
you weren't. That's...
Oh God! I had one of those flashbacks where I couldn't remember what I was supposed to be shouting.
Adam's famous improv technique of what, when, why. It's famed around the world.
I just don't remember enough stuff.
Okay, the next question is a big one. Who would win in a fight, The Rock or Mario?
Is Mario allowed to power up?
Mario is allowed to power up.
He's going to shoot fire at The Rock.
Yes, I think he might do it.
The Rock has
But the
beaten
fire-
Kane, who does the same.
But the fire is small. The fire is
is
small. The fire is only a big enough fire to kill a little crab, which is
Can we like? But let's get some sizing stuff down because The Rock is 6'5". How
Yeah.
big is Big Mario?
well. So big Mario. So we have to think right. Little Mario is like Italian American little guy,
He's
So-
5'1".
5'1".
Mario
very
has an
little guy.
official height.
Yeah.
How big is tall Mario?
Hang on.
I didn't occur to me he has an official height. Mario's
big.
5'1". Rock's being up 5'1" Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's powering up.
Unpowered up 5'1" Mario. Rock's having him.
I mean, it'd be very hard for a 5'1" guy to fight a 6'5" guy. That's very
Well,
true.
he'd have to get in and like.
Not that Mario's got any fighting technique. His plan is to jump on the Rock's head.
His plan is to
That would
smush him
hurt.
like a turtle.
If a 5'1" man jumped on your head, you'd know
Who has
about
Mario
it.
ever really beaten a fight? A bunch of increasingly more complicated turtles. That's all he's ever
Bowser.
beaten.
Oh,
I mean, he used to grab
what if-
Bowser by the tail
what if
and
there
throw
are-
him round.
What if there are pipes nearby and he
Yeah.
can scoot down them like a little plumber?
If Mario's kicking out of a people's elbow. And also, are they fighting under wrestling rules? Are they fighting under
those
Mario
street
rules?
rules.
No,
Street
these,
rules.
these will be no holds barred. Total bloodlust. I want to see Mario try to bite the Rock.
If Mario gets his firepower, I think The Rock's in trouble. But up until
Yeah.
that point, I think The Rock's
No,
laying
what-
the smackdown.
What about when he becomes a little raccoon and just hits him with his tail repeat?
I feel The Rock would be more just confused by that.
Well,
'Cause-
but
what
maybe
are
that's
the-
how he wins.
It's not
I,
It's
think
like Mario was-
I think that's what John tried on Friday night against Lucas.
if a raccoon tail was to strike The Rock, I
Yeah.
feel like he's not going to be that perturbed or put off or hurt by a raccoon
and
tail.
What power does he get when he dresses as a frog?
Jumps high.
He jumps high.
jumps
But
high and
there is also
Yeah.
the star power up, which makes him invincible.
I mean, if he
yes.
gets the star power up, it's game over.
It's game over.
Mario wins with the star
exactly.
power up.
It's-
So it's going to
it's-
depend
there we
on
go.
what power ups he has.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'm assuming star power. That should be available to him as an option.
So basically, you're saying if Mario is invincible, he will beat The Rock. Yeah,
Yes.
I can't argue that point. The Rock is, again, not immortal or invincible. He's a very amazing man.
But a 5'1" invincible
But have
guy,
we-
and he only stays invincible for 30 odd seconds.
Yeah.
I think The Rock can survive that and then stomp a 5'1"
If
man.
The Rock can
to death.
evade him.
Yes.
Do you know how
Wait,
tall
what
Big
about
Mario
if he's
is?
just throwing turtles
I
at him?
can't find any official stuff on how tall Big Mario would be.
What are we paying you for?
That's a very good question.
To cut out all the slander. And you're not paying, you're a guest.
I feel like I'm part of it now.
I like it. I like the dynamic we've got going on here.
So,
I miss Pat.
Pat needs to worry.
So I think, there's a multi-tiered answer to this question. The Rock beats Small Mario, he beats Frog Mario, he beats Raccoon Mario, he maybe even Mario with the cape.
Yeah.
He doesn't beat Fire Mario, and he doesn't beat Star Mario.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, right, okay, so now we're on to semantics.
Go on.
I'm not. Okay. Sorry. We're on to semantics. So, okay, in the game, how do the power-ups get divvied out? Like, does he get them?
He has to headbutt a block, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Or throw a turtle.
okay. Or throw a turtle. Okay.
Natural.
Which he can throw turtles at the Rock as
Can
well.
The Rock throw turtles at Mario?
Yeah.
Because we know that a turtle shell kills Mario. We don't know whether a turtle shell would kill The Rock.
I think it would.
It depends on.
It should.
I mean, it depends.
should
very
hurt
much.
him. Like,
Look, a well-placed turtle shell will wound any man. I know that to be a fact.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that The Rock has never encountered a turtle shell to the face.
Well,
he's from Hawaii, though, isn't he? Are they not? Are
does
they
feel
not
like
all
a place.
throwing turtle
Does
shells?
feel like a place where you could more likely be struck by a turtle.
Yeah.
He was born in Hawaii. His family are Samoan. I don't know whether there are turtles in Hawaii or Samoa, actually. I feel like there are in Hawaii. We feel like, where are turtles?
There's about 4,000 green turtles that nest in Hawaii.
What's Samoa?
Give me-
What about the red-shelled ones? Because they're more dangerous.
Well, the blue shell's the one you know.
If there's a blue-shelled turtle, it's game over.
there's only around 120 in Samoa every year, so there'd be more in Hawaii.
But some.
So
Some.
I would say more than the average human The Rock is likely to have encountered. To be honest.
By a considerable distance, unless the other human is Mario. In which case, all bets are off. I have no idea.
Or Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin encountered a lot of turtles.
He did the Galapagos.
Ate a lot of turtles. They kept eating those turtles.
Did they?
It's because they tasted really good and they kept meaning to catalogue them and they'd always eat them on the way home and then they had to go back and get another turtle. That's genuinely true.
That's a great fact. That might be one of the greater facts we've had on this podcast.
They almost ate like giant sea turtles out of existence before they catalogued them.
Wow.
Oh, well, that would be good because then you could make up other theories. You'd be like, Charles Darwin's other theory is that giant sea turtles fucking 18 foot tall. Prove me wrong, bitches. I
sounds
ate all
like-
those scumbags.
Sounds like me with Papa John's. Just eating it before you've even got it home.
I don't think you're going to make pizza extinct.
I'm giving it a bloody good go at the minute. Look at me.
And that's the,
Get those steroids on it. Bro.
the difference, you know, it's like the fucking theory of evolution. It's like stuffed crust is like the next tier of evolution. It's,
Yeah, making itself more delicious.
What is the next breakthrough in pizza? I feel like we've plateaued in pizza for a long time.
Double-decker one.
Double-decker pizza.
Yeah.
that's
Is that not a calzone?
That's disgusting.
No.
That's an abomination against God.
No, you get one pizza and then basically another pizza on top
so
of it.
it's
But it would be so
It's-
gross in between.
so it's dough cheese.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'd tell you
Yeah.
what pizza I really like is that
Do you remember when they sung that in The Sound of Music?
the really the
That was the worst joke
I know.
on this podcast.
I know.
Somehow that was more offensive than what the thing that Hugh said that we definitely won't put in there.
Well, we're back to Nazis and
Seems like you're quite a fan of Nazis, given some of the content.
I'm not a fan of Nazis. Although I did recently start watching the rise and fall of the Third Reich, but I fell asleep halfway through. So what I know is there's a really good up and coming politician in Germany.
Little tip for the rest of your life, Hugh. Never use the phrase, I'm not a fan of the Nazis. Although, there should never be an although or a but. It should always just be I am not a fan of the Nazis.
Fair. The Nazis were wrong'uns, I will say that.
They're a bit
will
iffy,
say
weren't
that.
they?
I would say that. Look.
However,
I was trying to think of anything to throw in that pause, but I couldn't. So it is my job to judge this episode. I have a proud tradition of not choosing Adam to be the winner. And I'm going to stick with that tonight. Thank you very much, Mark. You are the champion.
Yeah.
The Rock wins.
Very good. Very
if you
good.
Thank
smell
you,
what the
gentlemen.
Rock is cooking, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a me. Mario.
Wonderful. Guys, if you could like, share, and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. Reviews, that would be great. Any kind of interaction, really, with our existence would prove that this isn't all just a feverish dream I'm having. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, thanks very much to Mark for coming on at short notice as well. Cheers.
Yeah, we love
Thank
you, Mark.
Pleasure, guys. I loved it.
Genuinely adore
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Have you got anything you need to plug?
We
What,
kind
for-
of did. We did that at
I don't
the
know what I'm
top.
going to be doing in October, mate.
I did that at the top because I could get bored. I don't want to. I didn't want to zone out before the end and miss his plugs. You know.
Yeah, no, good point. But Laugh Out Proud, wrestling podcast.
Yeah. Just my old stand-up deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark posts sometimes where he's going to be as well, but a lot of it, just follow him on Instagram and
Mark Cram comedy on Instagram.
There you go. Thanks for listening.
Good night.